Today marks 1446 days your lessons I've learned and continue to learn with you. My hope these insights will inspire you, support your dreams, help achieve your goals, really empower you to become the person that you want to become. Today I want to expand on the series of letters and the words that starts with those letters. So today we'll focus on letter E and 7 words that starts with letter E. I think that it is very, very important to really discuss words that are essential in our life because what you focus on expands. So we want to expand good words in our lives, good attractions in our lives. Because law of attraction is a lot of times just focusing on what you want to attract, focusing and thinking and reflecting on those things. So today we'll share 7 words, 7 words that allow you to become the best version of ourselves faster and easier. Number one, empathy. It's a beautiful thing. And the empathy is truly the heart of connection. It's very hard to connect without empathy. It's very hard to truly connect when you're not able to put in someone else's shoes. It might be you will connect, but there is different kind of connections. There is surface level connections, there is deeper connections, and there is nurtured connections. And when you have empathy, you're able to have those nurtured, deep connections. And what happens when you have deep connections? When you have nurtured connections, you have support, you have encouragement, you have accountability, you have advices, you have shortcuts, you have mentors, you have guides. There's so many things coming just from having empathy. And empathy, we need to understand that it's empathy about for ourselves and for other people. Just understanding that sometimes we need to put ourselves in our own shoes and understand like what will happen if that happens. So we need to understand that empathy is where the genuine trust lies. And trust is foundation of any kind of connection, any kind of relationship. So if you want to have relationship and become the best version of ourselves and the relationship is helping for that, of course we need to develop the skill set of empathy. Number two, excellence. This is a beautiful word. And I think that sometimes we forget the difference between excellence and perfection. And what is the difference between excellence and perfection? Perfection is doing perfect job 100% of the time. Excellence in the other, in a little bit different, and that's where the difference is. Perfection is doing perfect job 100% of the time. Excellence is doing an excellent job 80 to 95%, maybe even 99% of the time. So it means that there's some always will be some time 5%, 1%, 10%, 20% of the times when you do not do excellent job, but you seek to do excellent job. Every single person will make mistakes, and especially when we're stretching ourselves, when we want to become the best version of ourselves, we're stretching ourselves. We're doing something outside of our comfort zone, outside of what we're capable. If we already would be capable to do what we want to do, that means that we don't need to set those big visions. So excellence is the habit of mastery, really working towards that, mastering yourself, mastering the skill sets, mastering emotions, mastering anything that is essential for you to become the best version of ourselves. So this is a beautiful thing because we have a consistency, we have a integrity, and that's where the true excellence lies. Number three is enthusiasm. And I think that when we want to become the best version of ourselves, we need to have that. It's almost impossible to achieve that because enthusiasm gives you energy. And I think that a lot of times when you want to really lead people, add value to people, we need to have that enthusiasm because enthusiasm is transferred to other people. So if you don't have enthusiasm, other people are not able to buy in into your vision. So enthusiasm is a beautiful thing because that's where the true energy of life lies. So when you have that energy of life, enthusiasm, it's much easier to really pursue the things that you want. Number four is beautiful word is endurance. Endurance. I think that in sports is very important to endure and really persevere. And I think runners always know that you need to endure sometimes. And I love running as well, and I run like 6 miles. A lot of times I know that 3 miles probably is easier. 4 or 5 miles is a lot of times you need to have that endurance. And then 6 mile most time, you know, as the finish is close, it's you don't need to endure because you're just waiting for the finish line and you're excited about the finish line. But that's where the power of persistence lies. So, and in endurance, you know that you are in a long journey, and you know that sometimes that you are in the middle, and that persistence becomes much more important, as endurance becomes much more important, because in the middle it could be challenges coming, the tiredness coming, the difficulties, external things. Even when you run, it could be starting snowing, could be raining, could be windy. There are so many things could in a run go sideways that is really making it harder for you to run. And rather than quitting, saying, no, I made a decision to run this 6 miles, so that I'm going and doing no matter the weather and conditions that I'm in right now. In life, exactly with the same thing with endurance. We made a decision to run to the vision, and it could be a lot of difficulties, a lot of storms in our way, coming in our way. But we need to choose to endure. We need to choose to persist, and I think that's why it's so important to really become the best version of ourselves. We need to have the endurance, because there will be a lot of things coming to us. We want it or not, especially when you're really seeking something. Number five, and it's a beautiful word, I really love this word, is evolution. And that's the journey of becoming. If you want to become the best version of yourselves, you will need to evolve. So you'll need to constantly use that evolution to become better in all aspects of your life. Then evolution in your health, evolution in your spirituality, evolution in your relationships, evolution in your wisdom and understanding, perspective. There's so many things that we able to evolve to get better. And I really love this word, because that shows that we're able to change who we are. I think sometimes people, we have a tendency to really accept things. I think that acceptance is great when we accept where we are, but acceptance is not supposed to say that this is where I stay. No, just accept when only this is where I am, not who I am. And I think that's a beautiful thing. There's a huge difference. This is where I am right now. This is not who I am. And I think that is a beautiful thing. And when you're able to evolve and transform ourselves. Number six is empowerment. Empowerment is really the freedom of choice, because when you are free to choose, I think that you have empowerment, because you're able to empower yourself and empower others. And I think it's a beautiful thing when you really bring that empowerment more into your life, and it's like how I could empower this person, how I could encourage this person. And then encourage and empower is always beautiful words that understand that empowerment could be into to ourselves, and empowerment could be given to others. And I think that when you own your story, when you own your story and you really execute from purpose, not from fear, then you feel empowered. So when you think about strong vision, when you strong purpose, that just having that strong vision is already empowering you to really make better, bolder choices. Our last one is number seven, equilibrium. It's very interesting word, equilibrium. Um, and this is the art of balance. And I really love equilibrium, because it's just what it means that you need to really make sure that you know when to act, when to really rest. That means that balance is a harmony. I think that's a much better word than balance. We're looking for harmony, and what does that harmony mean? That means that it might be that you said it have five values, and how I could create a harmony in my life. So I don't need to really balance them for 20%, 20%, 20%. No, like it does not need to be balance. It needs to be harmony. And I think that when you have that harmony, then your life is balanced. So rather than focus on balance, we need to focus on harmony. And harmony will allow to have that balance, that equilibrium in life. Because I think that when you have that equilibrium, you'll know that you're able to rest, you're able to uh, execute, you're able to rush, you're able to really be imbalanced in certain areas, because that's you create harmony by imbalance. And it's a beautiful thing when you have that equilibrium in your life, because you know that this is what you create, this is how your life is supposed to look like. I think that what balance is for one person will not be balanced for other, and that's why we need to really understand what is balance, harmony, equilibrium for me. And a lot of times you need to understand that the seasons of equilibrium, seasons of harmony, seasons of balance. So sometimes we need to understand that this is for this season of my life, this is how my equilibrium looks like, and the next season might be totally different. So I hope that you reflect as well on letter E and words that start with E. Maybe it is more important words for you that you want to really focus on to expand that area of your life. So I hope you choose to win, and see you tomorrow.